Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Table and Plate Project Delta podcast. Each place has its own culture and vibe, and you're joining me, Dr. Ellen Harris, as I learn, explore, discover, experience, and talk about food and culture in the Mississippi Delta. Wow, it's August already. July was kind of a bummer for me, with being in this social distancing, self-quarantine mode for about 4.5 months now. I had to work hard to not be consumed by all the negative stuff going on. Plans for this podcast went bust for the month. One guest got sick, but thankfully is doing better. And another planned guest went out of town for I don't know how long. Rather than go totally glum, I chose to take care of myself. Walked or rode my bike most days and even logged 2 rides that were over 10 miles each. I hadn't done that in 2 years or more. I meditated and did my yoga practice sporadically because for some reason I haven't been connected to its physical aspects for the past few weeks. My garden has become my yoga off the mat. It nurtures my mind, body, and spirit. April 30th was actually the first time I started calling time with my garden as meditations. And I thought I'd share my July meditations with you on this first day of August 2020. Morning meditation, July 4th. Trying to let a light shine through these times of malignant divisiveness coming from what should be national leadership. Embrace the natural nourishment of the light through my garden. Harvested a medley of tomatoes, a couple of cucumbers, 1 okra pod, and saw gorgeous okra blooms. Afternoon meditation, July 5th. From my living room window, I saw a beautiful red cardinal perched on a tomato vine. Then it went inside the bush. Me, the yogini gardener, tried to ease outside to take a picture. Red said, "No, you don't," and flew away. Sweating profusely, I picked more tomatoes, cucumbers, okra, and basil. They became my first garden gift to a neighbor. Evening meditation, July 6th. Thank goodness for big shirts. Going out just to check my garden yielded kale, tomatoes, okra, jalapeno peppers that I gathered in my big shirt. Evening meditation, July 10th. Shared one of my tomatoes with some kind of little critter. It probably was a squirrel. Today's bounty was glorious, with okra, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Gifted them all to a neighbor. Evening meditation, July 12th. Another tomato bit the dust via a flying culprit this time. Birds swoop in and peck away at times. It's so aggravating because they never eat the whole thing, but they leave it there with all those pecked holes in it for you to see. Today's bounty, however, immediately was gifted to a neighbor. What is the saying? Waste not, want not. Evening meditation, July 14th. 2 lessons learned. Check garden every day, and next year don't plant so many black cherry tomatoes unless I plan on opening a farm stand. Gobs of them. Plus kale, basil, cucumbers, okra, and jalapenos. Evening meditation, July 15th. Gifted yesterday's bounty to neighbors after they said the earlier gift was delicious. My garden keeps giving okra, jalapenos, black cherry, and yellow pear tomatoes. Evening meditation, July 17th. Dehydrated some beautiful, delicious peaches gifted to me from Georgia colleagues. Saved some to just plain old eat. Goodness, they were sweet. Garden still keeps on giving. Early afternoon meditation, July 18th. I have become a dehydrating fool. I've had this dehydrator for months, but just started trying it out. However, lesson 1, don't start at 7:30 p.m. because if it's your first time doing this, it means you don't know the process really and you check and check and check, starting at 12:30 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. Needless to say, not much sleep that night. Lesson 2, start early and mix it up with garden tomatoes and apples. Also, that evening, I was smacking my lips over some spicy, savory sweet potato sticks I baked and served with leftover greens from my garden and corn on the cob. Evening meditation, July 19th. Ended the weekend having dehydrated peaches, apples, and homegrown tomatoes. Then pickled cucumbers and jalapenos. Eyed some mangoes on kitchen counter for the next go round though. This sister gardener, wannabe farmer, yogini was done for the day. Early evening meditation, July 20th. Saw this squirrel perched on one of my tomato stakes. Gently slipped outside to film that sucker chomping away on a tomato. He heard me and quickly jumped down and ran away. I said, "Squirrel, be grateful that I believe we all gotta eat, even though you're one brazen critter. Also grateful there's more than enough from the garden for me and others." Evening meditation, July 28. Heat is stressing my garden, but remain grateful for bounty it still delivers. Evening meditation, July 30th. My summer garden is probably on its last legs, but it continues to produce. Remain grateful for its bounty, and so do the local critters. Still continue to harvest kale, tomatoes, okra, jalapenos, baby bell peppers are still growing, spotted remnants of half-eaten tomatoes on the ground. I ended July still loving my Mississippi garden, being grateful and taking care. I wish the same for you.